Okay, I am going to take this basket, and I had my little snowmen in it for during Christmas, little round snowman heads, but I am going to fix this up for Valentine's, and I believe the bow will be just fine to go with Valentine's. And I may or may not take the tag off because this does have a snowman and it has hearts on it, so we'll see. But I'm just going to take some simple items and turn them into something pretty to put in here. So what I'm going to do is first off, I found an image on Etsy. It's Starrmtprims. I'll leave the link below. And right now, I'm going to stop and I'm going to show you how I break the images apart. I've done that before, but it's been a while. So I'm going to insert that right here. Okay, I'm going to use this image right here, and I want to cut them apart. So I thought I would show you how to do it. The Silhouette software or Silhouette Studio, and it is free. And if you need to resize or you buy something you need it cut apart, you know, you can use this software without having to pay an arm and a leg for a different software. So anyways, I thought I could go ahead. I think I've showed this before, but I go ahead and show it again. I've got this highlighted, and I'm going to go over here to my trace panel. Was one right here with the little butterfly, and I'm going to hit select trace area, and then I am going to select the areas that I want traced. I'm going to go ahead and trace them all out, and see how some of it's turned yellow. I'm going to go over here to the threshold, and I want to make each box a solid yellow. And I keep pulling it. If I go, well, that's good. 100% will work on that. So now I'm going to go right here on Trace and Detach. I'm going to click it. Okay, now pull this off, and there is the white that was around it, and I'll delete that. And then I'll save these, but right now I want to resize this one, so I am going to copy it and bring it over to another window. And I'm trying to figure out how big I want that. I'm thinking, let's see, probably 3 inches wide by 4 tall, maybe. Well, I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to go up here. It's already 3.7 inches wide. So I want to hit 3 point and enter. Okay, that made it, to keep the ratio of the size and everything, it made it 3.75 high and 3 wide. That will be fine. So now I can just go here, put it there. I'll go over and hit print. And then I'll select this printer here. Preferences, I want mine on high, plain paper. I want to see a print preview. So I just always do that. I'm going to hit print, and I'll have to, this box here will come out. I don't know, I got a different computer and it does that to me. So now I'll bring that back up where it says print, and I am going to print it on plain copy paper. And that's how I break those apart. So now I'll just go over here and I'll save this. And I did get this at, what was her name? Starrmtprims on Etsy. So I will leave the link to this below. Okay, so we got that taken care of, how I done that. And these are some register keys that I made up, and I had one laying here, so I colored it up, put some white on it and black, and then the edges in red. And this is a spring off of my bed springs. That's what they're attached with. I just put that on there. And I'll set that aside. Now I'm going to just take and I'm going to trace all my hearts out and cut them out with my scissors. And I'm just using cardboard. And I just had them laying on there to make sure they were sized right. And I think what I'm going to do with these I'm going to trace them out. I'm going to cut the cardboard hearts out, and then I think I'm going to get some fabric and cover them in fabric. And then I'll decorate each one of them. Like I said, I wanted this to be easy and not have to get a lot of stuff. So I'm going to just cut these hearts out. And I'm going to do every one of them. And then I'll come back and we'll start fixing them up. Okay, I need this on some cardboard. In fact, you could do all this. This is some cereal cardboard box. You could do all of them. You just need something to make it sturdy. But I am going to trace this off so I'll have something to put this on. Well, did I get crooked? I think it's okay. That's not my cardboard scissors. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to cover these here, I think, in some material. So I'm going to start looking around in my material and seeing, I want several different prints, and seeing what I want to use to cover those with. All right, I have went and found some material. I have that. I have this. I have the striped. I have this red with white dots, and then some muslin, tea or coffee dyed muslin. And I am just tracing my heart out. And then I am going to cut it out and glue them to my heart. And then after I get all of that done, then I can start figuring out how I'm going to embellish each one of them. If you have wood hearts, you can use that. You don't have to use cardboard. Of course, you all know that. Just use what you have. That's what I'm doing. I have them all cut out now, and I'm just going to take my Mod Podge, and I'm going to put it on the cardboard. I'll just do one, and then I'll do the rest off video. Okay. Okay, now I'll just do all the rest of them the same way, and I'm going to let them dry. And the back of it, I don't know, I'm going to have mine where it's not going to be seen, I think, so I'll probably just leave it. But if I was going to do this for resale, I probably wouldn't use cardboard, and I'd paint the back or something, or I'd put double material on them. All right, I'm going to finish them and let them dry. On this is paper, and I had it on this cereal cardboard, and it wasn't very stiff, so I glued two pieces together, and then I gave the top coat of Mod Podge here, because I've decided to iron it on instead of doing it the way I done the hearts. And well, I need my paper, and I don't want that to move. This should be fine now. Okay, it's all attached good, and I'll have to trim it just a little bit here and there. And I did put hairspray on this, so the ink would not bleed. Now, I took these stamps here. These are the ones I think you get at Michael's. I did order them off of Amazon at the same time I ordered these here. Actually, I ordered these first, and then I saw these and hesitated, and then put it in the cart, and I bought these too. So I have two sets, but this is that other font that I like. And these are the clickables from, like you get from Michael's. So I put XOXO. I use this in lowercase, and now I have the word love spelt out, and I'm going to put that on this one. Okay, I like to get this started. It's better. Okay. And now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of them, because this one here is going to, I am going to glue it on to this. Like that. And this one's going to be by itself. And now I've got to do something with these three here. This was that cardboard from the cereal box, and it is not as stiff as this cardboard was. But it'll work. Well, I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I did go ahead and put some styrofoam down inside there, and I inked up some sticks because I'm going to have those to glue onto my hearts. And then I stamped the XOXO on that. And then this, so far I've just made a little bow, but I need the rest of these. I've went around with the distress ink, all but that one. So I'm going to go around with some distress ink with that. It just defines it, gives them definition. Then I'm going to take this little bow that I made and put there. Okay, a little piece of string right there. And that's good for that one. And then I added the button to this. And this, I have decided to take that off and put this on there. So I need a hole. I think that went past my material. Yeah, that's good. Now I need a little piece of jute. And I can't do that like I normally do it, so just going to do that and make a knot. And scoot that out of the way. Make another knot. Boy, that wind is a whipping today. Coming out of the north, so it's cold. Now, I'm going to take that one off of there. Cut that down. Okay. Now, that's on there. Now, let's see, I have another heart I need to do something to. It's this one, so I got this out. I think I want this to go on there. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there so that doesn't move. And I think that needs some Sweet Annie. Needs more than that. Okay, hold that. Put some glue on there. Stick that down in there. This one needs some glue on it. And I don't know if that needs it. It probably needs something right here, but I don't know what it is. And I don't have anything out here. I'm just going to go ahead and start putting this together. Okay, here's my basket. Now, this is my little sign. So I want to put a stick on it. Twirl that around so it catches good. And I'm going to have to hold it. Now I'm going to go through here and put sticks on all my hearts and start putting it together. Now I'm starting a very, very simple project. And it's going to be easy. And I've got a piece. This is a 2x4. Oh, I knew the dimensions of it, but I forgot. Let's see. Well, let me measure it right fast. You could make it shorter. Actually, I almost went and made it shorter because the image I wanted to put on it, I would have worked better. It's 5.5 by your 2x4 width. So, 5.5 tall, and I think probably 4.5 would have worked really well. But I didn't want to run out to the garage and cut it down, so I'm going with it. The image I'm putting on it, I just resized it and made it fit. But now I'm just putting some folk art antiquing wax on there, and I'm going to wipe it after I get through covering. I'll wipe it back, and I'm going to let it dry, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, this is dry, and I got my Mod Podge out, and here's the image I'm putting on there. It's a brand new image from Honey Bee Printables on Etsy, and I'll leave the link down below. I bought the one, you can buy the larger one, individual ones, but I bought the one with 4 different images on it, and I picked this one to go on there. So I am going to just put my Mod Podge on here. I'm probably just going to cover the whole thing. Yeah, I am. And then lay my image down on there. Okay, I'm going to have to get this where I can see what I'm doing. just a little bit. There we go. Make sure I get it there and on the edges real well. Right here, I'll probably take my sander, my finger sander, and sand it back some. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cover the top of this too with Mod Podge. This is just going to be a shelf sitter and a very easy project to do. Okay, is it all covered? All right, now I'm going to let that dry and see what else I'm going to do to it. This is dry, and I just took my Distress ink in walnut and went around the edges because I did sand the edges a little bit with my finger sander. And this is a tablecloth that I got at the thrift store, and I put it in strips, and then I coffee dyed it some, not real dark, but I'm just going to tie it up around here. Okay, and I'm going to put it off to the edge. Okay, I'm going to put it in a knot. Oops, pulled it off. Okay, I'm going to tack that down there where it can't come out off. And cut this down some. And then I made a bow, and I didn't make it on video, but all I did, let me see, here's is I got my bow maker, my bow dabber, I put my jute in there, and then I cut my strips of fabric into, they're 3 inches long, just put them down there and just kept layering them. No, I didn't go back or forth or anything, it's just 3-inch strips. And this is the bow. So I'll probably see. I've got to work with it. I'm not liking the way that's hanging. Okay, that's better. Let's see. I have some Sweet Annie here. Cut that down just a bit. Okay, I'm going to lay that right there. I'm trying to figure out which way I want my bow. Think about like that right there. That's probably good enough. I might stick some more Sweet Annie in there. Cut this off. Kind of see if I want it in there. Yeah, I want that there. This is an easy project, very easy. maybe a little to the back. I don't know. Let's see. It's not enough. Okay, that's good enough. I don't know if I want that hanging that much or not. Well, I'm going to leave it hanging for a little bit and see what I want to do with it. I think that's too long. But if I cut that, I think it's too long. Here it goes. Yeah, I didn't like it hanging that much. All right, I'm going to call that finished. And it's just a little shelf sitter, and it was very simple to do. And it's really a scrap piece of 2x4. And the only thing I did was get the images, and I can use these as many times as I want. And like I said, there's 4 separate images. They're all different. You could do like 4 different blocks, make them different sizes. That would be cute. And put one on each one and different variations in the size and fix them up. All right, guys, that's all I got in this video. And so until the next one, we'll see you later.